Hello, hello. How are you? I trust you're all doing good and you're keeping up with tips on hair care and you're putting the tips into practice as we keep on promoting healthy hair growth. Well, this moment I would like to share with you about the do's and don'ts about relaxed hair care regimen as far as relaxer application is concerned. As you have seen on my wall on Beautiful Black Plus 254, which is basically on hair care tips, your hair care regimen, so that the crown of your head can be more appealing. So this moment I would like to share with you about the relaxer application, the do's and don'ts. Um, Chemical hair needs a lot of delicate care, a lot of keenness and attention to detail if you want your hair to get the results that you so desire to achieve. So you have to give extra special care for it to bring out the glow and the shine. So there are things that you need to do and there are things that you need not to do to be able to realize the results that you look forward to achieving. So, first things first, the don'ts. You don't need to do it yourself at home if you're not well versed with the process and the steps, the procedures involved in chemical application. Do not attempt to do it at home because you need to have information and the knowledge on the how, the when, the what to use in terms of products. So don't do it yourself at home if you don't know. Don't make it experimental because you may experiment and at the end of it all you end up losing your hair in the long run. So my advice to you is take extra caution as far as relaxer application is concerned. um, do not over process chemical as you do your retouch and or touch ups. Do not over process so that you don't end up losing your hair. I've said do not do it yourself at home. Do not experiment because you're talking about chemical. It's not some basic oil that you're talking about. So chemical has the capability of damaging your scalp and your hair. So take extra caution. Engage a professional hairstylist who is experienced in chemical and relaxers so that you don't end up regretting. So let me move on to the do's. Before you apply chemical, get to know the strength of your hair. Get to know what works for you and what doesn't. You can only get to know that once you attempt or make an effort of using the product and checking out the results. So get to know the strength of your hair. It could be your hair could be the soft type or your hair could be the coarse type. Just like this afro over here. Mine is type 4C hair type of hair, which is very, very coarse and kinky. So I use, we have mild, regular, and super. So I use super strength of chemical given the texture of my hair. So before you start on anything, get to know the strength of your hair, get to know the product that you will use, what chemical will work for you. And then before that, you can see my hair is very much it's in its natural state. And because of the texture of the hair, I cannot afford to have it natural because it does not work well. Natural hair does not work well for me because of the nature of my hair. It's very coarse, very kinky, and it needs to be, for it to be straight, it has to have chemicals. So it's relaxed hair. It's just that right now it has growth. So I need to have it retouched so that it gets to its state after touch up. So prior to chemical application, I have to do what we call basing the scalp. It's important for you to base your scalp, the scalp, you base the scalp by applying some oil. It could be Valon or Vaseline, so that you protect your scalp from any form of damage because of the harm that chemical may bring about. So ensure that you base your scalp throughout your head, so that you protect your scalp from any burns and damage that could occur because of chemical application. Once you have based your scalp, you divide your hair into about 4 parts, so that for ease of chemical application and to ensure that the chemical penetrates throughout the scalp, to ensure that the chemical has gone round all the parts of your hair, so that you don't leave out any. And as you can see, my hair is very voluminous, so dividing it into 4 parts will help you make it convenient for you, so that even the combing bit of it, because once you have divided the hair and you have based it all around, then you start applying the chemical slowly, or not slowly, like faster, because once you apply the chemical, the hair starts processing. You apply it keenly, and once you have applied all the parts, you comb out gently to ensure that it has penetrated through all the parts. And once that has happened, then do not overstay with the chemical, because once it is processed, you are able to tell. Your hairdresser will have you wash your hair, so that thoroughly rinse out of the chemical, so that you protect your scalp, you protect your hair, and promote healthy hair growth. So the emphasis is on observing the steps involved, doing what you ought to do by so that you avoid any harm that could occur because of the damage that could easily be brought about after applying chemicals. So once it's well processed, after about 20 or so minutes, wash off and rinse off thoroughly. And because the scalp is sensitive after relaxer application, it's important to treat your hair like immediately after that, so that you retain the moisture, because after chemical application, the scalp is super sensitive, and the hair is very straight, and so you need to give it that nice look, that volume, so treatment will do it for you. Do it immediately after to retain hair moisture, protect your scalp from any damage that could occur after relaxer application, and to give it that glow. So it's advisable for you to do that on every retouch. And then you do your hair food afterwards. Style your hair to your style that you prefer, and you walk off with your crown. Walk off with your crown. So the emphasis is do's and don'ts. Observe that very strictly, and have a hair expert take care of your hair, and you'll be on your way to healthy hair growth. Observe your hair care regimen. The trick is in commitment, in discipline, and using the appropriate products that work for you, and the appropriate tools that work for you. Normally, this is the second time I'm gonna be retouching this calendar year, because you need to give your hair a break, time to breathe out. So you don't leave it open January to January. Make sure you have your times for leaving it open and plating, so that it can grow protectively and in a healthy manner. So will be the second time that I'm gonna be retouching, and I cannot wait to have the glow and shine and just flowing all over the place. So I hope this helps you. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Okay, continue asking your questions. Beautiful Black Plus 254 is here for you. Please like the page if you haven't liked and share with your friends. And also check me out on YouTube on Jane's Hair Care Solutions. I'm here for you anytime. Drop your questions and keep watching, keep tuned in. Thank you for your support and keep well. Take care of your crown. Cheers.